Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got a new video for you guys. I'm trying something a little bit different today. We're gonna do a comic review, and I'm gonna try the way I share it a little bit differently because this is a digital only comic, at least for right now, on Comixology. It is called Night of the Ghoul. Wahaha. So we're gonna get to that in just a second. Let's hit that. Okay, and welcome everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about Night of the Ghoul. Raw. It's a Comixology original. Before I get into that, I just want to thank everybody for coming here. Anyone who is subscribed, anybody who's new here, if this is your first video here, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that other stuff that YouTubers say in every video. You know the drill. All right. Yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter and stuff like that too. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everywhere. I'm jam_creates. So you can definitely check that out. Also, uh, before I fully get into it, I just want to thank everybody who's subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I just said that already. I'm repeating myself. I'm a little out of practice. It's been a while. So, anyway, let's get to this. I'm going to try something new. I am mirroring my iPad here on my PC and sharing the screen in StreamYard. The reason I figured out how to do this is so that at some point soon, I can show you guys some draw streams. I've been inking my comic, Mongoose, A Tale of Vengeance, and I am currently inking page 40. It is planned to be a 64-page book. That's big. That's a lot of pages. I don't know if you guys have ever drawn a comic. 64 pages is a lot. So anyway, um, let's get into this. This is Night of the Ghoul. It is written by Scott Snyder, and the art is by Francesco Francavilla. Francavilla. I knew I was gonna mess that up. And I'm Italian. What do you? There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna take me off the screen so we can just full screen on this cool ass cover we got here. Now, this was part of the Scott Snyder Comixology Originals deal. A lot of people were getting Substack deals. Scott Snyder got himself a Comixology deal, and he brought along some cool artists with him. I know, he's working with Scott Capullo on another one called We Have Demons or something like that. But of the ones, and he's got a handful of them. I think he's got like 4 or 5 different uh, books as part of this deal. This was the one that spoke to me and that called to me and I had to read. So this is, like I said, it's called Night of the Ghoul. It is a horror comic, obviously. If you couldn't tell that from the name and from the cover, then you kind of have issues reading context clues. Um, so anyway, you can see we've got, Scott Snyder obviously wrote it. Francesco Francavilla was the artist. He also did the cover. The letters by And World Design. Um, so essentially, what do we have here? What is this book? It starts with this father and son who are, uh, you know, it seems though there's I guess, some strain on the relationship there. There's some stuff going on, family stuff. And the two of them are going to this, what is essentially what some people might call a retirement home. Some people might call it a nursing home. Uh, Maybe assisted living, although it looks a step above assisted living because the one guy's got like monitors and stuff on. So it's more of like it's more of a rest home, a nursing home than it is like an assisted living. Um, so anyway, they're going there because apparently the father and the son have been researching this old movie called Night of the Ghoul, and it was this film that was never. It was finished. The film was finished, but then it was destroyed. There was this whole thing about it, and the film was destroyed before it ever even really had a chance to go out there. And the director of the film, who also was the writer, disappeared. And they've tracked him down. They feel like they've found him. They're pretty sure it's him. They're not 100%, but they're pretty sure it's him. And they also have found some reels. excuse me, some reels, of the film. Not the entirety of the film, but they've found some reels of it, and so they've tracked this guy down, and they wanna see if they can find the ending to the film and why there's this whole mystery around it and everything else. So they head to this, they call it a rest home in the book, um, and so they pull up there, it's nighttime, and, uh, what happens is the dad lies to the director of the rest home, and he says that he is from the insurance company, and he has to go talk to this one patient because of whatever. He makes up an excuse, a fairly plausible cover story to get in there and talk to this guy. And when he does, he finds him in here, and he's clearly not in great shape. He's got the oxygen on, he's got a blood. I don't know if it's blood or saline. It looks like blood. I mean, it's colored red. That could just be from the lighting. You can see the lighting obviously on the characters. So I'm not sure exactly. But, he's not in good shape, and the son doesn't wanna go in with him, so the son stays behind and just is gonna, like, hang out and whatever, and while the dad goes and talks to the guy, and he explains to the guy that he found the reels of the film, and the guy freaks out, and he's like, "Did you watch any of it? How much of it have you seen?" And he said he watched every bit of it, and so now here's where we get into what makes this book really cool in my estimation. And I'm probably not going to show any more than this because I don't want to spoil anything. You know how I am with spoilers. If you're new here, I try really hard not to spoil anything because I want you to have the enjoyment of reading it and experiencing it for the first time, just like I did. So this is available on Comixology. I don't think I might have mentioned that it's part of the Comixology deal. If you have Comixology Unlimited, then you have access to read this right now. The first 3 issues, I believe, are all out, and you can read all 3 of them. I think it's going to be a 5-part series. Um, I'm not positive on that though. Uh, so anyway, one of the cool things about this book is the way the story is told. We have the father in the rest home speaking to the director, the old man who was the director of the movie, and then we're shown clips from the movie. So obviously within the comic book, they're not video, but in the comic, we bounce back and forth between current day, the father and the son at the rest home with the old man, and the clips from the movie, which takes place during World War II. Um, so you can see how it changes. So I said I was going to stop, but I just want to show you one more just to give you a peek how it changes. When you're experiencing the scenes from the movie, you've got this, black and white gray tones. And then when you've got, the real world, you've got a little more color. Obviously, it's still nighttime, so it's very, pretty dark. Um, the colors are very atmospheric, by the way. You can see it, like, you look at this, like, really atmospheric and moody on the inks and the colors and everything. Really fantastic artwork. Francesco did a really great job on the artwork. And especially as it gets even further, there's some pretty disturbing stuff that you see. Now, I've read all the issues that are out already. I'm really only showing issue 1 right now because I feel like I'll just focus on that for right now. So, I don't wanna show you too much more because again, I don't wanna spoil anything, but like I said, the story bounces back and forth between present day with the father and the son in the rest home and with the film. And the craziest thing, and honestly, this is just the skill of Scott Snyder as a storyteller and the skill of Francesco Francavilli of his artwork, is the tension rises and rises and rises throughout each issue and throughout the story as a whole, and it does it in both aspects of the framing of the story. So it does it in the current day real world elements, and it does it in the film clips, that you're seeing when they're showing the parts of the film. And it's really cool the way the 2 tie together in the story and continue to rise the tension. And, I know a lot of comics nowadays, and I know, some other people have done reviews of some of the other books, that have come out as part of this. And like I said, this was the one that spoke to me, so this was the one I went to. first. I have not read any of the others yet. I probably will at some point, although I do have to say what I saw of We Have Demons looked super duper wordy, like a lot. And I'm not sure if that's really what I wanna do. It didn't quite grab me in that regard. Um, but go back to the cover. But what I will say is I'll probably check it out because that's the one with the Greg Capullo art, and his art's fantastic. And obviously Scott Snyder knows how to write. So you might look at some of these, and I know some of them they've said like, these are probably like also not. I wouldn't say Netflix pitches because obviously Comixology is owned by Amazon. And as part of the Scott Snyder deal, Amazon Prime gets first right of refusal or right of first refusal, however the hell you say that, for they basically get a first crack at adapting any of these properties into a movie or a TV series for Amazon Prime, obviously. Uh, this one I think would really do really well as an adaptation because, uh, so far there's nothing in it that's so out there that it couldn't be done in a film, that's for sure. Um, However, it also shows you that you can create a really tension-filled comic, and that's hard to do. A lot of people, a lot of horror comics, and I've read a lot of horror comics, and most of them, quite frankly, aren't very scary. They tend to be like a little more gory than anything, and this has not been. This has been more just tension, rising tension. I think that was something that Lock and Key did very well was tension. This is doing it as well, and it's continuing to drive up the tension. So really good job overall. And again, if you've got a Comixology Unlimited subscription, then it's not going to cost you anything extra to read it. If you don't have a Comixology subscription, I'm not sure how much they're charging for them individually for each issue. I'm really not sure what they do for that, and my understanding is that some of these books, I believe, are going to be printed somewhere along the way, after they're done. Again, I'm not certain on a lot of that stuff about the business deal. I'm more focused on the comic than I am on the business side of that stuff. Because quite frankly, I'm never gonna have a deal like this to worry about it, probably. I mean, I'd be shocked if I did. Like I said, I'm working on my very first comic, so, hey, I'm a far cry from where Scott Snyder is in his career. So anyway, that is Night of the Ghoul on Comixology. It's a Comixology original. It's available, like I said, on Comixology Unlimited, and I really enjoy it. I really do like it, and I'm looking forward to the next one, and looking forward to seeing how the story plays out. It's definitely, like I said, got that rising tension that's really good for horror, and I don't need it to be adapted, even though I said it would be good. It would work well as an adaptation, at least what I've read thus far. Um, I don't need that to happen for me to enjoy the story. I'm enjoying it as it is. That's one of the beauties of comic books. That's why comic book adaptations I usually kind of just ignore because they usually suck. But anyway, uh, really good book. If you're into horror, if you're into like really like interesting, unique, and tension-filled horror, this is definitely for you. If you're into like gore and violence, not so much. Not that there isn't any, but like, it's not that's not what this is built upon. It's really built on rising tension and keeping you kind of like gripping, which is cool. It's really cool. And as it's going, it's getting worse and worse in a good way. And it's really cool to see. So, like I said, I've read the first 3 issues. I definitely would recommend it, to you guys out there if you get the chance. I know not everybody likes to read digital. I don't mind. I don't care. As long as I get to read and enjoy the story, I don't really care how I get it, if it's physical or digital. I'd prefer physical, of course, but this being a Comixology original, it's only gonna be available digitally. So anyway, let me know if any of you guys out there check this out. I would definitely be interested to hear what you think of it, or if you've checked out any of the other Scott Snyder's Comixology original stuff. Let me know what you think of those. Like I said, this was the one that kind of spoke to me and got my attention. I will probably check out the others when I have some time, but this was the one that really kind of grabbed me, and then I enjoyed it. So when I read the first issue, I was hooked. So that, whoops. that I will absolutely, just leave it there and say, I really enjoyed it and am enjoying it and looking forward to how it wraps up. So, like I said, let me know if you've read it or if you're gonna read it, or if you do read it, come back and just give me a comment and let me know what you thought of it. Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, doesn't really matter, just interact. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you've got any other books, especially anything that's like a Comixology original or something like that, that you might that I may have missed along the way and you think I might enjoy, give hit me up with suggestions. I'm always open to suggestions. I would love to get suggestions from you guys out there of what you would like to see me review and just what you would like to see me read. Like, share with me your favorite stuff and I'll see if I can check it out. So anyway, thanks again for being here, and I absolutely just want to say happy new year. I know this is my first new video of the new year. I will be coming back with more of the best ever, which is my fun little panel show that we do. We used to do it on a weekly basis. It's been kind of like hit and miss lately just because life has been a little bit crazy. So anyway, for any information, you can always follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram for art. I've been sharing art. I've been sharing some stuff from my comic that I'm working on, and I definitely will be doing some draw streams uh, coming soon. Because now that I've got this whole mirroring the iPad on the PC thing working, I definitely want to do some draw streams with you guys, and I'll do some inking. You can watch me ink my comic and check it out. And also just check out down below in the description if you're interested, if you want to help support the channel. I've got a Teespring store with channel merch, like the shirt you see Anakin wearing there, the Smiley Bone shirt. And I've got some other stuff on there. And I've also got a Subscribe Star going where you can get exclusive stuff from the comic I am working on. It's called Mongoose, A Tale of Vengeance. So you can definitely check that out. Links will be in the description down below. And keep coming back. I've got more stuff coming. I'm already planning on some more videos, and I'd like to get some more going. I'm definitely going to do any of you guys who've been with the channel for a while, you might remember my driving in the car and just ranting about something, just talking about something. That's coming back. I don't know about the car part, but it's definitely coming back. I'll be talking about some different stuff, so I hope you enjoy that as well. And I'll be doing some draw streams, and we'll be doing best ever. Just probably not on a weekly basis for right now. It'll probably be like every couple of weeks or something along those lines. So anyway, again, I hope you had wonderful holidays. I hope you had a happy new year, and I hope everything that you want to do this year, you accomplish it, or at least get your steps towards it. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to maintain my focus, trying to get back into getting the channel up to snuff, growing the audience again. So please don't be afraid to share these videos and that kind of stuff. And also trying to get my comic done. So we're trying to get there. I want to get that one done and then move on to the next one and keep creating, because creating is like that's the thing. So anyway, best of luck to you. Happy New Year, and hope to see you again in the next video. Peace. You can't even see it. Peace.